Hey, welcome to this terrific Tuesday edition of Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tabacco. It is terrific. Today the markets are a little more terrific than yesterday, but not overwhelming, but plus 200, indicating a lot higher last night, but we're going to get into all that. Bitcoin dropping, which is weird, under 8,000, but the markets are calm. So let's stay calm for a couple days and see what happens. It's not going to be calm here for very long because I'm lucky to be joined once again on a terrific Tuesday by Erin Elmore. Erin, thank you for joining me again.
Thank you for having me.
You're the best. I mean, you're welcome every day.
Great, I love it.
Only give us Tuesdays, we'll take it.
I'll see what I can do. Have your people talk to my people.
I got to have my people talk to your people. Okay. Well,
or you can just text me.
What have you been doing since last Tuesday? Because every time I turn around, you're on some other television, you're on some Instagram. I mean, you're like a megastar,
I love
media
that.
magnate.
I've just been following this news very closely for the last week and watching. You know what I've been doing? I've been talking people off a ledge about the coronavirus. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both, because I feel like it's not really a big deal. You know, last week I said I'm drinking a Corona a day.
Right.
Keep the doctor away. That's working. As usual, we got the dual action wipes whenever we need them.
Yes.
But you took this to a whole nother dimension.
I did.
You got now, just in case it gets worse, you got this blinged out gas mask and protection and everything.
I mean, I do.
Okay.
If you're gonna believe the hype and become a conspiracy theorist, at least do it in a blinged out, totally stylish way like I have done.
That's different. I'll give you that. But I mean, you're different.
Yes, I am.
Which is why everyone loves you.
Thank you. And you know what? People aren't going into like hysterics over this, especially with Italy. And you know what I just found out? That the average age of the person that is succumbing to it is 81. 81.
So I'm in danger.
You're not in danger. You are not in danger at all. And I also believe that no one under the age of 9 has been diagnosed. So these children in these schools that are closing, I'm not so sure that the hysteria is really required.
All right. Well, let's not get crazy, because all the kids love getting a few extra days off from school. So
how about the parents?
I mean, right.
I need a
break.
break.
It's a problem for the parents. And you know what? Whether it's real or it's fake, Erin, the fear of it, the hysteria around it is causing like real tremors in the global markets. The Dow's up 1,000, down 2,000, worst day ever. It's like making people more paranoid now than I think it really is.
It's the tail wagging the dog, is it not?
I feel like it is, because Trump, sometimes he has like a lot of bravado and he goes out and like goes nuts with his tweeting. But yesterday he put out what I thought was one of his sanest texts was, 500 some odd people are infected in America, 22 have died. Let's calm down. 70,000 people die sometimes from the flu.
Right.
And I think people got to kind of reset a little bit on that.
Yeah, and there is this curve that every disease takes that's a virus, and I think we're reaching that peak and it's going to start plateauing. And if we use China as that litmus test, the numbers in China are decreasing, so one would think that the world would decrease along with it. So hopefully we're reaching the tail end. And I also read, I'm no CDC doctor, that this is a respiratory infection, if you will, and these respiratory infections do not thrive in warm weather, and we're already seeing warm-ups basically across the country. Also a good sign.
All right, well, that is good news. Now, I was lucky enough, because Frankie, my producer, is the best in business, get a chance to talk to Dr. Stephen Moore, who was one of Trump's chief economic advisors. Him and Larry Kudlow kind of shaped a lot of the policy and the tax cuts. I had him on Friday, and I said, the one thing that you can't really help is small businesses, because the big guys, all right, our earnings will be down a bit next quarter, blah, blah. Mom and pop, who are dependent on people to come into their deli or their bake shop.
Small business owners.
Small business owners. 70% of all employees in America are working for small businesses. And I, proposed him a plan to maybe stimulate the small businesses and make those people feel safe right now. This was on Friday. Take a look at what I said to Stephen Moore. To throw something at you, Mr. Moore, but I think 80% of the jobs in America are provided by small businesses. And I think, there might be a plan out there that would give some comfort if those small business owners can get maybe like a 6-month tax amnesty. They don't have to pay their corporate taxes for 6 months, because when this stuff keeps trickling down, People are ordering more stuff from home. They're going out less. And the local guys, the small businesses under 50 million in revenue, they're the ones that can't withstand it. Could we possibly, I think the numbers would be like 150 billion to not let any small business pay taxes for the next 6 months. Do you think that would have a pronounced effect to the upside?
Well, it might. Look, first of all, I certainly agree with your premise. I think that we have something like 27.5 million small businessmen and women in this country, and I totally agree with you that they are what I call the spinal cord of the American economy. The American economy would not function without those men and women who create these great businesses, whether they employ 2 people or 200 people. And, I think that the numbers are like 70% of Americans are employed by small businesses.
I thought I had him. Aaron, he was right there. He said, I agree with your premise. And I think it's true, right? I mean, like, the little bakery in your hometown, if people stop going out of their house for 2-3 weeks, they still got to pay their workers. And there's nobody, buying the black and white cookies.
Right. By the way, those are my favorite cookies in the world. That's neither here nor there. When I was pregnant, I ate 2 a day.
Right.
2 a day. At any rate, you're absolutely right. Those bakeries, other than me at that time, would have gone out of business. But you're not talking about an IBM here. An IBM is fine to handle this hit, but these people that are living paycheck to paycheck running these small businesses will be impacted.
So you saw he kind of agreed with me. Like,
I did.
That's not a bad idea.
So did you keep going?
No, then he quick snapped out of it. Watch, he changed his mind right away, so I thought I was dead in the water here.
I just think that this is no. I don't like that policy. I mean, I want lower taxes, and we did lower our taxes on our small businesses. But I just think there is a complete paranoia right now that is excessive and overreaction to this virus.
So I thought I was dead. I thought I was dead in the water there. First he was like, all right, I agree with your premise. Then he went, no, we don't like stimulus.
He bought it right back. He reeled it in.
Yeah, I mean, this is the guy, right? So, I always try to, fit in something because you never know. Maybe, people have told Frankie and I that Trump watches the show or has seen clips of the show. And, maybe Kudlow's watching his buddy Stephen Moore there. But, I'm not one to be deterred, Aaron.
I know you were not.
And I did go in one last time at the very end to ask for a reconsideration. Consider my plan. You have my permission to steal it, share it with all your friends, and one way or another, I know you guys will figure it out because you're the best in the business. Thank you so much.
Have a great weekend.
Stephen Moore.
All right, so you closed the deal, if you will.
I tried to close the deal. I mean, you got to be gentle when you're talking to the number 2 man in the economic apparatus, but I thought I was dead, to be honest with you. And then last night, like magic, Donald Trump walks to the podium and says this.
Take care of and have been taking care of the American public and the American economy. We are going to be asking tomorrow, we're seeing the Senate. We're going to be meeting with House Republicans, Mitch McConnell, everybody, and discussing a possible payroll tax cut or relief, substantial relief, very substantial relief. That's a big number. We're also going to be talking about hourly wage earners getting help so that they can be in a position where they're not going to ever miss a paycheck.
I don't want to brag,
Rest your shoulders though.
No one was really talking about it, and I was like, wow, maybe someone was listening.
That was eerily similar to your proposal.
I'm down, and like I said, I hope he did tell someone who told the president, and everybody said yes, but you want to see this market go back on a rocket shot?
Please, yes.
Past that, where people know, all right, all the small businesses out there are safe, and they got some extra dough in their pocket. And go,
You're right. Well, what Frank and I just want to know is what's going to happen when you leave Liquid Lunch to go work in the administration under Kudlow, I want to know. I mean, I'm here. We're available. So
I will serve at the president's
behest,
if that's if my duty is called upon. But all right, it's Mini Tuesday. Mini Super Tuesday. No, Mike Bloomberg's no longer in the race.
Shockingly.
But it's still smaller than the Super Tuesday. I think everybody's focused on Michigan here.
Michigan's the big one because there are 125 delegates at stake. We also have Mississippi, Idaho, Washington, and Missouri. Total of 352 delegates up for grabs. And it looks like it's going to be Biden. Is that your take?
I don't know. It just seems like, the movie was Weekend at Bernie's, but it seems like Weekend at Biden's, and they just keep lining up more and more people behind them to keep pushing them forward and carrying them to the finish line.
Right.
And it looks like the establishment has made their move right here, and they're like, Bernie is not winning. I think they're screwing the Bernie followers again.
Once again. Well, all of the establishment candidates have gotten behind Joe Biden. We have
Without a doubt.
Kamala is on board now.
Cory Booker came out yesterday.
Yeah, so the establishment realizes we cannot go down this Bernie road or our party is literally dead on arrival. So he's going to be the candidate du jour, it looks like. But we don't know yet. And these 5 states are going to tell a lot. And after we get through today, I think those muddy waters shall be clear.
Yeah, and if there's no mix-ups, I predict that if there's no mix-ups, if Biden wins Michigan, even if it's close everywhere else, I think Bernie's going to know that's the pierce the resistance. And
yes.
I think he's going to back out and try to be a team player and tell his people, don't get mad. We lost fair and square, and get behind Biden. That's what I think.
I don't think he backs out so closer to the convention. I don't know.
Well, what's his
listen,
benefit? What's his benefit on that?
The people. He'll bang his fist about how his supporters want him to do this. So I think we'll have something to watch.
All right, fair enough. You are so lucky on this terrific Tuesday because, no, she's just not here for the opening segment. She's been here for a while, and she will be here till the end of this hour. So it will be more terrific than you can imagine. We're going to take a quick break right now, and we're going to come back with seasoned Republican political operative and strategist Joe Kovac is going to be here to give us his take on Mini Tuesday and all other things American. Quick break, more Liquid Lunch right after this.